In the news, President Tinubu condemns Borno suicide bombing, promises perpetrators will be brought to book. Governor Ododo reappoints Professor Usman Ogbo as rector, Kogi State Polytechnic, Lokoja. France national rally seeks majority after big gains in first round of parliamentary elections. And in sports, England, Spain, Switzerland and Germany through to Euro 2024 quarterfinals. This is the MLC TV Global News, reaching you live from the city of Lokoja, the confluent state of Nigeria. I am Joshua Adinoy. Thanks for joining us. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu has condemned the Saturday's suicide bombing, which claimed the lives of at least 18 persons in Tashan Mararaba, Gwoza town of Borno State. The attacks, reportedly carried out by suspected female suicide bomber, struck a wedding, a hospital and a funeral in Gwoza, a town near the border in Cameroon. According to Borno Police Command spokesperson Nahum Daso, 3 blasts took place on Saturday in Gwoza. President Tinubu, while reacting to the unfortunate incident, said the action of the terrorists was due to the pressure mounted against them by security forces, which have degraded their abilities to mount attacks, and promised that perpetrators will be made to face the wrath of the law. While condoling with the families of those who lost their lives and those injured, the president assured Nigerians that the government would not allow the nation to sit into an era of fear, tears, sorrow and blood. He stressed that his administration will take every necessary step to ensure citizens are protected and criminals are brought to justice. The federal government has commenced the construction of the south-south axis of the Lagos-CALABA coastal highway, just as it suspended new road projects. The Minister of Works, David Umahi, declared that the federal government would not embark on any new road project in 2025, citing paucity of funds. Umahi made this known during the stakeholders' engagement on the proposed alignment for Section 3A, 38 km of the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway at the Transcorp Hotel, Calabar. He explained that the federal government would rather concentrate on inherited projects and the 3 legacy road projects of the Renewed Hope agenda of President Bola Tinubu's administration. The minister stated that arrangements have already been concluded for the construction to kickstart on 2 sections of the road in Cross River State, with 1 section in Akwa Ibom State simultaneously. Umahi also canvassed for the support of all stakeholders in the state towards the success of the projects. The executive governor of Kogi State, Usman Ododo, has renewed the appointment of Professor Salisu Ogbo Usman for 2nd term as rector of the Kogi State Polytechnic, Lokoja. Ogbo's reappointment was due to his superlative performance as rector of the institution over the last 4 years. The rector appreciated Governor Ododo for acknowledging his modest contributions to the growth of the institution and also appreciated the immediate past governor of the state, Yahya Bello, for bringing him on board as acting rector, after which the appointment was confirmed in 2021. Ogbo also appreciated the governing council, academic board, management, staff and students of the Polytechnic for the invaluable support that assisted in transforming the institution, and pledged to put in more efforts in his 2nd tenure to strengthen the positive visibility of the institution. Since coming on board as rector of the Polytechnic, Professor Usman Ogbo has transformed the institution, ranging from infrastructure improvement, security of lives of students, full accreditation of programs that was stagnated for years, administrative reform, restoration of discipline, general quality assurance, among others. Members of the 4th Estate of the Realm in Kogi State have expressed optimism that the state graphics newspaper, under the watch of newly appointed Managing Director Yusuf Jimoh Itopa, will add value to its acceptability among the people and the government. The Nigerian Union of Journalists, NUJ, in the confluent state gave the commendation at a get-together organized by friends and journalists to celebrate his appointment in Lokoja, the state capital. The vice chairman of NUJ in the state, Obansa Ibrahim, described Itopa as a grassroots leader who understands how to get the right information from the government to the people and vice versa. They thanked the state governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for appointing Itopa, describing the appointee as a round peg in a round hole. Our reporter who captures the moment tells us more.
The state graphic newspaper was established decades ago with part of the objectives to inform and educate the people in both the rural and urban areas of government activities. It was a weekly newspaper that projects all activities of the local and state government, as well as corporate organizations and individuals within and around the state. The appointment of Yusuf Jimoh Itopa was described as a welcome development due to his epic knowledge of journalism for decades. Yusuf Itopa, a household name in Kogi State, has served under the previous government to shape the media to an acceptable level through his feature writing and editorial judgment, which cannot be quantified through writing. These characteristics separated him to be celebrated among his colleagues and well-wishers who came out in their numbers to commend the governor for his appointment. The vice chairman of NUJ Kogi State chapter, Ibrahim Obansa, described Itopa as a journalist with a coat of many colors who does his job professionally. While the former State House of Assembly clerk, Ibrahim Issa Amoka, called for adequate funding to return the newspaper to its lost glory, he called on the people to patronize the paper through their adverts.
Mr. Itopa Yusuf is a well-known man in the media sector who has paid his dues. He's a prolific writer, an author, a poet who has traversed the length and breadth of the media industry. Coming back to graphic today is like homecoming for him because he was there for several years and today he is coming back to head the place. I have no doubt at all, given his pedigree, that he's going to turn around graphic newspaper for the good of the state and the good of the country. He has worked so hard to deserve this appointment. My advice to him is to quickly harness the potential there and convert them to his advantage and make graphic newspaper a paper that will be the first choice of both Kogi people and the outsiders.
And I know his capacity and his capability in journalism. He's a genius in journalism. And I know he's going to make it there. He's going to lift the papers up to a standard of national level. He has paid his dues. He has been there for almost 2 decades or more. So I'm not surprised for the appointment. It's a round peg in the round hole. All the people, I promise the people, we will be expecting better information, dissemination of information to the grassroots. All the government activities adequately relate to the grassroots. The government is coming to the grassroots now. Yes. Because he knows it. He himself is from the grassroots. If you understand the guy, he's definitely 100% grassroots. And he's going to use that opportunity to disseminate the information to the grassroots.
They commended the decision of the administration of Ahmed Ododo for Itopa's appointment.
I have to thank the governor for the choice. It was the right choice. And I know it's not going to disappoint him. But then, the graphics is almost down. He needs a helping hand from the government. There should be a grant for it. Yes, a grant so that he can float along with other national papers. And I'm appealing to the state government to please let the whole system revive back. A system whereby all local governments has to purchase paper, and at the end of the day, every month, they will deduct a source. Let this come back again, and all the ministries, let all the adverts in the state go through the paper. And to conclude it all, let graphic has its own press company. Let it be a press company so that he commercialize it and save the funds. So I think it's a nice choice, and I wish him the best.
According to the ex-managing director and chief executive, Otumba Adekola, he hinted at areas to tap for better results. Appreciated the ex-governor Yahya Bello for his contribution during his tenure as the managing director and executive chairman of the graphic newspaper.
I will not fail to appreciate my boss, the Honorable Commissioner of Information, who made it possible for me to be here. And to God be the glory, the 2 years was glorious. I must also thank our leader, our mentor, the father of the state, the political hero of Kogi State, Alhaji Yahya Bello, for being privileged to serve under his administration. To God be the glory. To me, my advice to Itopa is very simple. The graphics newspaper is an organization that is embodied with getting information across the state. And as far as I'm concerned, this mandate must be protected, must be elated, must be worked up to by the new MD. I would strongly advise him that he needs more commitment, he needs more dedication, and to the glory of God, I would really advise that he gets across to the right quarters for proper funding of the graphics newspaper. The graphics is a very big platform that always gets the people acquainted with the policy of the government. And without the graphics as the only means of newspaper in the state, without proper funding, I think his performance will be very low. But I strongly believe that under His Excellency Alhaji Usman Ododo, I believe that graphics will be well funded.
The Executive Secretary of the Kogi State Emergency Management Agency, SEMA, Mukhtar Atima, said he does not doubt if Itopa will deliver on the state government and citizenry's expectations because of his vast knowledge and experience on the job as a journalist over the years.
Anything he believes in, he does not take negativity as an excuse. I am not doubting his capability in turning graphic newspaper around. He's a person that he grew within the system, and he knows the system, and he knows what Kogi graphic has been lacking. He will be able to put the right, touch the right buttons to make Kogi graphic excel more than it had done before.
The appointed managing director and executive chairman of the graphic newspaper, Yusuf Jimoh Itopa, promised not to disappoint the trust reposed in him. He advocated full support of the government, officials, and the people.
We will question His Excellency because we know that he listens to people. We know that he's going to take our appeasement, our application. If I said there that I described him as a God of kind, a kind of God that is placatable. We can placate him. We can talk to him and he will listen. We can appease him. By the grace of God, by the time we take a full we're going to meet him and take our pleadings to him through the Commissioner of Information, our brother, evangelist Kingsley Fowl. So we are going to go through him because I called the governor a god with small g, and Commissioner Fowl as the chief priest, and we at the graphic are the people, and we are going to go through the chief priest that will take our messages to the governor, and I trust our chief priest that will carry the message there appropriately, and God will visit our appeasement, and I'm sure something will be done. So what we are going to do is different, is that we are going to pester the government to help us to be able to achieve the mandate he has thrust on my shoulders now. So we need the activities of government has to be known. In the past, this graphic that you are seeing, in the past, in his old days, before it became a shadow of his former self, graphic were printing about 3,500 copies every week. And people are seeing it everywhere. They are buying it. within the state and outside the state. You have people outside, like in Maiduguri, Kanu State, Lagos, those cookers there, that time, saw graphic as letter from home. That was how they described it, as letter from home. So they must read it to know what the government is doing. That message is important. Now that we have a governor that listens, that is achieving so much for the people, then people have to know, especially Kogi people. Origin must know, and they can know this thing through the letter from home, the graphic. So that's why I say we're going to pester him. I mean that we're going to explain to him, we're going to cry to him, we're going to say, please help us, give us the working tool. No farmer goes to the farm without cutlasses and hose, and I'm sure he's going to give it to us so that we can achieve that for the state. People need to be informed about what he's doing to touch the lives positively of the masses of the people.
Though the newspaper was meant mainly to gather, process, and disseminate news about the government and the people among Kogites through its futures, but has been remodeled to serve the people globally through a rebuilt structure, enhanced facilities, and technology. It has also migrated from just a weekly paper to a daily online media organization that makes it easier for lovers of news to tap their Android or iPhones to read all that has been happening in and around the state. Khadijat Mohammed, reporting for MLC TV.
We go on a short break now. We'll be right back.
Malachi TV Online is here. For your timely and reliable news that reaches you fast with the breaking news, choose MLC TV. Get human interest stories right here on MLC TV with entertainment, sports, business, culture, tourism, and fashion news stories all featured on MLC TV. Not forgetting political and current affairs news, state and federal government and people's matters will be discussed regularly on MLC TV. MLC TV, your one-stop online destination for unbiased, accurate news, entrepreneur ideas, and youth matters to the rest of the world. MLC TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone.
Welcome back. Justice James Omotosho of the Federal High Court in Abuja has dismissed the fundamental human rights suit filed by the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, Nnamdi Kanu, against the federal government. Kanu sued the Attorney General of the Federation and the Department of State Security Service for 1 billion naira in damage for alleged rights violation. Justice Omotosho, while delivering a judgment on the suit, held that Kanu failed to provide credible evidence to sustain his claims that his interaction with his lawyer were interfered with, that he was denied unhindered access to his lawyers, and that DSS officials eavesdropped on his conversation with his lawyers, which constituted a breach of his right to a fair hearing. The National University Commission, NUC, has granted full accreditation to 5 additional academic programs at the Salem University, Lokoja, Kogi State. According to the Vice Chancellor, Professor Alewo Johnson Akobo, who spoke with reporters in Lokoja, said the accreditation was confirmed via a letter dated June 6, 2024. The letter, signed by Acting Director of Accreditation, Abraham Chindusu, on behalf of NUC Acting Executive Secretary Chris Meyaki, acknowledged the university's commitment to quality education. The newly accredited courses were housed within the College of Education, including Business Education, Education Computer Science, Education English, Educational Management, and Social Studies. The VC, John Akubo, emphasized that the university is dedicated to preparing students to be global change agents, contributing to national growth and development. He also expressed gratitude to God and Chancellor Archbishop Sam Amaga for their support in achieving full accreditation across the university's 7 colleges. A Nigerian Air Force NAF helicopter crashed early Monday morning in Tami village, located in the Igabi local government area of KADUNA State. It was gathered that the incident occurred around 5 o'clock in the morning causing significant alarm among local residents. The helicopter on a routine operational flight encountered technical difficulties leading to the crash as the pilot managed to execute emergency protocols effectively, ensuring his own survival. Eyewitnesses stated that the pilot emerged from the wreckage largely uncatered. According to reports, local villagers quickly mobilized to the crash site, offering assistance and expressing relief that no lives were lost. A team of military officers from the Nigerian Air Force promptly arrived at the scene to secure the area and conduct an initial investigation. They also cordoned off the crash site to prevent unauthorized access and ensure the safety of the villagers. No fewer than 20 travelers along the Sagamu-Ijebu-Ode Expressway were reportedly abducted by some gunmen at about 9 o'clock in the evening on Sunday, while one of the victims was shot in the knee. The gunmen were said to have ambushed the travelers between Shagamu Area Command of the Nigerian Police and Iliso Township. The chairman of Iliso Development Council, Wemi Osude, who confirmed this, said one of the victims of the attack, who is a resident of Iliso Remo, was already receiving medical attention at the Babcock University Teaching Hospital. On the foreign scene, South African President Cyril Ramaphosa announced his new government on Sunday, with the former opposition parties getting 12 out of 32 portfolios after the ruling African National Congress (ACN) lost its outright parliamentary majority. The ACN, which has governed the country since the advent of democracy in 1994, kept 20 out of the 32 cabinet positions. They included key ministries such as Foreign Affairs, Finance, Defense, Justice, and Police. A statement from the party welcomed the president's announcement as an important step forward and a testament to the resilience of the country's democracy. France's far-right National Rally (RN) made big gains in the first round of the parliamentary election, winning 33.4% of the vote. The left-wing coalition New Popular Front came second with 27.9%. Celebrating her party's success, Marine Le Pen said democracy has spoken as she declared President Emmanuel Macron's camp practically wiped out. It is unclear if the RN will be able to garner enough support at the second round next Sunday to take full control of the National Assembly. In sports, England survived a huge scarce at the Euro 2024 as they needed extra time to scrap past Slovakia in their last 16 tie. Jude Bellingham and Harry Kane scored to become the three Lions' last gasp heroes. England's 2-1 win over Slovakia set up a quarter-final tie against Switzerland on July 6th. Switzerland dumped reigning champions Italy out of Euro 2024 with a stunning 2-0 victory on Saturday to reach the quarterfinals for the second time in their history, as Germany also secured 2-0 victory over Denmark. Spain defeated Georgia 4-1 on Sunday and set up a blockbuster quarterfinals against host Germany. Head coach of El Kenami Warriors, Aliou Zubairu, has credited the team's triumph in the 2024 President Federation Cup to the zeal and hunger of his youthful side. The Maiduguri side won their third Federation Cup title on Saturday by ousting Abia Warriors 2-0 in the men's final at the Mobolaji Johnson Arena, Oniko, Lagos. They had won the title in 1991 and 1992. The Federation Cup title was the second achievement of the Maiduguri side under Zubairu, having led them back to promotion to the Nigerian Premier Football League ahead of next season. Aside from winning the Federation Cup, El Kenami Warriors will also play on the continent's next season as Nigeria's second team in CAF Confederation Cup alongside Eyimba United. On a sad note, President Bola Tinubu has extended his condolence to the family of former Chief of Defense Staff Admiral Ibrahim Ogohi, retired, who passed away on Sunday. Ogohi served as Defense Chief from 1999 to 2003 in the first tenure of former President Olusegun Obasanjo. His death was confirmed by the Director of Information, Nigerian Navy, Commodore Adama Aliu. The president prayed for the repose of the soul of the deceased and comfort to his family. Also, the military mourned Ogohi, who died at the age of 75. Kogi State Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo also mourned the late CDS, whom he described as an illustrious son of Kogi State, one of Nigeria's finest military officers who contributed immensely to keep Nigeria united in the face of national challenges. Ododo stated that Admiral Ibrahim Ogohi was an excellent military officer and a statesman who was committed to the unity and peaceful coexistence among the people of Nigeria until his last days on earth. He prayed for the peaceful repose of the soul of the former Chief of Defense Staff and urged his family to be consoled by his outstanding records and contributions as a military officer and a statesman. That is the size of our news package for today. Do support us by subscribing to our YouTube channel, Malachite TV. Like and follow our Facebook page, MLC TV. MLC TV to Yoruba and Ebirababe MLC TV. Instagram, MLC TV 2021. X handle, Malachite TV. And TikTok, Malachite_TV. For your event coverage, appearance on any of our programs, contributions, comments, advert placement, or sponsorship, please call or send SMS to any of our numbers displayed on your screen. Join Malachite TV online on weekends to watch our various programs. Every Saturday, Health Med Info by 5 p.m., 7 p.m. Political Arena, Sunday 6 p.m. Women's World, 7 p.m. Kakanchebira, Monday 9 a.m. The Opinion, and 9 p.m. Senior Citizen Alcohol. It's Malachite TV, reaching everywhere, informing everyone. Please continue to be a brother's keeper to build a happier and better society together. I am Joshua Adinoy. Thanks for watching.